I want to show you how to take your graphs from this example right here. That's okay, but it's not really as eye-popping as the final graph that I've produced right here. So, to take your graph and make it a little bit fancier, cooler, customize it the way you want it, click on Advanced Edit, and then through this pane on the side you have all of your options here to customize. So most of them are pretty similar to a regular Google Doc. The title you can bold, you can italicize, you can change the color of it, and so on. The legend, right, this little dot right here, I don't really need the legend because all of my information is already displayed with the axes labels. So if I go to legend and I click none, that will disappear the legend. Going down the menu options here, for font, I can change the font to my title, put it whatever I want, and background, I can make a background color for my graph. Notice that you don't want anything too dark or too bright that's really distracting. I usually enjoy it when it's kind of a subtle, one of the top colors here that's not too distracting from your information. We're going to bypass the features for now and head to our axes. So same thing here, I can change the color, I can change the size of it, get it looking how I want. Notice min and max here, I can change that as well. Let's say I want my maximum to be greater than 40, so I have a little space on the end. If I put in 45, right, notice that my graph has a little extension here, so there's some space on the end. I can change the font on my left vertical axis as well. Get that looking how I want it. I can also mess around with the minimum and maximum on my graph, so I can take away some of this empty space here. Notice the top, I don't really have any datas above 85 there. I could take that down a little bit. And play around with it so that the data is spread out the way I want and it looks appealing. The next section here with grid lines, notice that if I change the number of grid lines, right, it changes how it looks. It'll add more or less lines. So you can play around with that on each axis, the vertical and the horizontal, to get it looking how you want it. Right? So you can choose how many lines you want, how you think it looks best and fits your data best. We're not going to worry about number format or scale at this time, but we can take a look at the lines and we can change the line to anything we want. We can change the color of it, we can change the thickness of it. We can change the point size. So as you can see, we can start customizing our graph, making it look a little bit different so that we can move it from a graph that looks like this to a graph that looks a little more developed like that. Alright, enjoy!